you had gone to Kailash Mansarovar and something happened.
Kailash, I felt, is a calling to me, madam. It's a calling.
So I just wanted to ask you, what happened that time at Kailash Mansarovar?
For me, no Kailash, no Mansarovar, no idea what it is. That's how it started, madam. It is because the higher power wants you to come to a certain place. The whole process was so inspiring. Day one, you go as a police officer, IPS officer, you go there, you want to control people and make sure everything is right and blah, blah. Then day three, your ego is also disappearing within you. The sense of surrender is coming. And there is a larger calling you are going. That small bit, the taste that you get about spirituality, that 1 second you get where you forget who you are, where you forget everything, you just dissolve into the larger cosmic thing. That is the blissfulness, the divine experience of Kailash. And everybody has to feel it. It gave me a sense of purpose in our life because of this busyness, because of being who we are, the so-called status attached to our heads and our thing. The beginner spirit gets clouded with so many artificial things that we never knew when it came to us. So Kailash gave me a very clear insight idea, a soul-penetrating experience to say, what is your beginner spirit? So Kailash told me, this is not you. Okay. You got to think, are you happy with this? This is how you want the next 30 years of life to go.
This time when I was researching, I found one thing that, when you had written a letter saying that why you want to leave the police service, you said that you had gone to Kailash Mansarovar and something happened. I didn't speak to you about that. Right, so I just wanted to ask you, what happened that time at Kailash Mansarovar?
Slightly longer answer, you should bear with me.
Please, absolutely.
Madam, one day my personal assistant in Bangalore, in Chikmagalur office, where I was the SP, told me, sir, there is this Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. The government people has to go as liaison officer. Would you be interested? I just looked at the paper. I saw, look, the date is over. We can't apply. For me, no Kailash, no Mansarovar, no idea what it is. That's how it started, madam. Then we didn't apply. Then one day, the PA told me, sir, since it is government of India, sometimes enough people might not apply, but still I've applied for you. You just have to sign it. The form you sign it, we'll send. It went. Then MEA has to decide who are the liaison officers. Initially, MEA said, I'm a sitting SP. I have to take leave for 30 days. It is impossible for a sitting SP where the government will give leave. Then they said that since we are looking at liaison officers, you might have to wait. Because you are a sitting SP of a district now. So will they give you 30 days leave? Somebody who's supposed to come in that batch, he couldn't come. Suddenly they said, there is a vacancy, will you come? Which is 2 days before. Then I went. So Kailash, I felt, is a calling to me, madam. It's a calling. It is not a logical thing where I planned, applied, interviewed. They selected me as a liaison officer. I went. Then it made me thinking, oh, it's a calling. See how the whole process happened. It is because the higher power wants you to come to a certain place. Get inspired. Get spiritually more open. That's how I felt, madam. But Kailash, okay, now you are a liaison officer of a batch, Government of India, representative. You have 40 people, 50 people. Recently, I was reading about Narendra Modi's journey in the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, which he took. Now, the strong sense in Kailash Yatra, anybody going as a liaison officer is kind of 40, 50 people in a batch. You have a richest diamond merchant of the country in the batch. You have a person who is participating in the Kailash Yatra by begging money in temples. Because they say for Lord Shiva, when you have to do a pilgrimage, one form of seva is to beg and come. You don't put your money and come. You could be a rich guy, but still beg. Sit outside a temple, collect money, alms. Using that, you travel on a pilgrimage. Remove the last set of ego, then go to Kailash. This is a very fundamental concept in our country, Bharat, where you shed your ego and go to Kailash. Don't go to Kailash because, I will pray to Shiva. Shiva is powerful. He'll give me everything. So I saw both people in the same group. Somebody who shed everything, just normal. Our batch got so delayed because of inclement weather. A yatra which is supposed to be completed in 26, 28, 30 days, which took 57 days. Longest yatra of one of the batches. So many challenges.
2017, 18? No,
This is 2018, ma'am, the last 18. Batch. 2017, 18. Oh, it is 2018. I think then the next year the visa got stopped because of Corona. The whole process was so inspiring. Day one, you go as a police officer, IPS officer, you go there, you want to control people and make sure everything is right and blah, blah. Then day three, your ego is also disappearing within you. The sense of surrender is coming. And there is a larger calling you are going. And everybody. And somebody has got a child back home, issues. Somebody's father died during the yatra. Still he doesn't want to go. And you are one satellite phone. People have to talk. You're stuck in a village called Gunji, the last border village in Uttarakhand. Food is getting limited. Chinese visa getting problem. Again, you come back, staple the visa, go back. So the whole idea of the yatra, madam, it's transformative. In one line, it is completely transformative. And especially when you do the parikrama, when you go to Kailash and do the parikrama, my God, it's like, I don't know, ma'am, it's that small bit, the taste that you get about spirituality, that 1 second you get where you forget who you are, where you forget everything, you just dissolve into the larger cosmic thing. That microsecond, madam, just that microsecond, and you just dissolve. That is the blissfulness, the divine experience of Kailash, and everybody has to feel it. Maybe it happens during the parikrama when it is so harsh. The second day is so brutal, and it's very transformative. So the 57 days being there, madam, it gave me a sense of purpose. Ma'am, what happens in my cycle? I used to ride I'm very fond of cycling in Karkala. Karkala,
Yes.
your hometown.
My hometown.
I ride 100 kilometers in cycle. 100 kilometers. Bicycle 100 kilometer up, 100 kilometer down. So every day minimum 15-20 kilometer I bicycle in Karkala, every single place. I bicycle in Chikmagalur. A very favorite one. In my bicycle frame, I used to write something called Never Forget the Beginner Spirit, which I took it from Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong cycled in Tour de France. He wrote the sentence, never forget your beginner spirit. But what happens, madam, in our life, because of this busyness, because of being who we are, the so-called status attached to our heads and our thing, the beginner spirit gets clouded with so many artificial things that we never knew when it came to us. Because we never have the time to think about the artificial thing. So the beginner spirit, what it is, why did you do something, why did you get into something, that gets clouded 5 years, 7 years. So Kailash gave me a very clear insight idea, a soul penetrating experience to say, what is your beginner spirit? It is to serve. Of course you served in Karkala, you served in Udupi, you are serving in Chikmagalur. And are you feeling happy the more higher you go in police service? I felt the more higher in police service, I'm becoming a protocol guy.
The trappings of
Power, yes sir, no sir. And I am also becoming responsible and saying what I want. You're becoming closer to CM. Kumarasamy kept me very nicely. I kept me in his area, and he treated me very, very gently. And you're becoming a person of slightly into that yes man territory. You don't want to feel the CM should feel bad, the DGP shouldn't feel bad, your colleague should feel bad. Gone are that Annamalai, the initial days of Karkala ASP. Go there, do anything, get that justice for them instantly, getting angry. Madam, with all due respect, madam, getting instant problem solving. So Kailash told me, this is not you. Okay. You got to think, are you happy with this? This is how you want the next 30 years of life to go. And with the due respect to all the great cops as IG and ADGP and DGP, they're fantastic cops we have who still maintain that beginner spirit, with the due respect to them. But somehow I felt I have to do something more that is in sync with my beginner spirit, which is always change. I really did not know what to do. Because this thought keeps coming to me in 2015, 16, 17, occasionally, as an instant, as a sporadic thing. Then I will nullify that thought to say, no, you can't do that, keep quiet. You have gone past that to do something different. You are living a comfortable, salaried life. Only do what is right and wrong. So Kailash gave me, you have lost everything. You are like a beggar now in front of me. Old clothes you are wearing for the third, fourth straight day. Your beard is like this. There is no concept of looking at the mirror and keeping your face good. You are like a beggar now. You are shedding everything in front of me. Now do what you want. There is nothing to lose. Then I said, okay, I'm going to do this. But I'm going to do this in this window. I'm not going to hurt my wife. I'm going to convince her. I had a small child. I have to take everything into account. My parents, proper village. I have to convince them why I'm doing this. Friends, family. So I took time to tell everybody this is what I want to do. But every time they ask me, what do you want to do? I say, I want to do something in the grassroots. I'm going to start something. Be patient with me. Idea will come. Then the foundation happened. So this part we couldn't speak last time.
Yeah.
But it's a very penetrating, soul penetrating, life defining, that 3-4 microseconds of ecstasy, which you just feel in that, I don't know, madam, how to describe.
Click here to watch the full episode.